applying a gradient layer mask to a group. So let's put the finishing touches on this. So this reflection is looking good, but it would look even nicer if we could have it kind of fade out as it gets further away from the image at the top. The way we could do this is by adding a mask, and then, as you know, white reveals and black conceals. So what we'd like to do is have some kind of gradient in the mask on the reflections layer, so that it kind of gradually fades out, but doesn't become completely transparent at the bottom. So let's do that. First thing we need to do is I'm just going to press D on my keyboard to set the default colors for these foreground and background colors. And then since we don't want it to be fully transparent at the bottom, let's click on this and open up the color picker. And then we will just, color doesn't really matter. So we're really looking at this number. So our brightness should be a little bit higher than 0. So like 25. And that gives us just a kind of dark gray, which will be perfect. And then we'll hit OK. And then let's change to the gradient tool. And let's pick a special preset from here in the basics group. This first preset is always going to be your foreground to background color. You also have foreground to transparent and black to white. Those are all pretty handy in usual cases. So this is the one we'll use today. All right. So since we want this to be fading out going to the bottom, obviously we want it white at the top and darker gray down towards the bottom. So we'll start from the top. And you just can click anywhere near the top. And then if you want it to be 90 degrees, instead of, fading out at an angle, you can hold down the shift key and then just drag it down to the bottom. And then as you notice, we have a little bit of gradient in the mask. So that's how you get that effect.